The United Church of Zambia owns many institutions and businesses ranging from schools, health centers, and real estate, to mention but a few. On this program called Know Your Institutions, we take a glance at one of our institutions in the provincial capital of Southern Province, Choma. Chodot is located along Kapondo Street, plot number 395. Founded in the year 2002 and was officially opened in 2004. Chodot is a United Church of Zambia institution supported by the Evangelical Church in Dortmund. The word Chodot is derived from Choma and Dortmund. On this episode, we talk to the principal and get to find out more about Chodot. Welcome to Chodot Training Center.
My name is Dr. Edward Nondo, and I'm the head of the institution. To be specific, I'm the principal for the UCZ Chodot Training Center here. Now, Chodot Training Center is part of the ministry of the United Church of Zambia, and what is essentially here is mainly training. So we do trainings that are accredited to TVETA. Now the accreditation by TVETA, which is the Technical Education, Vocation and Entrepreneurship Training Authority, comes in as a government wing that superintends on the skills training in this country, Zambia. So it's an arm of government that tries to supervise what we do here at Chodot Training Center. And we have essentially 5 training programs and skills that we do. And we do design, cutting and tailoring. We do carpentry and joinery. We do food production, which is commonly known as catering. And we also do computer applications training. Now, historically, this started in the year 2000, and by 2002, all these programs, together with others, were now accredited to TVETA. Now, what we find cross-cutting in these trainings is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship cuts across all these programs that I've just mentioned. Now, besides training, Chodot is also about ensuring that the issue of sustainability comes live. So we are into productive investment, and we have ventures such as carpentry production, we have tailoring production, we do have also block making, which hand in hand goes with the roofing. We are in the process of also trying to see if we can venture also into construction industry. But what we do for now is that we do roofing. So the roofing that we do is normally from the expertise that comes from our carpentry students, who have also been involved in one of the ventures that we have, and this is the real estates. So besides training and these productive ventures that I mentioned, we also have real estates. So we do run real estates. We have the Chodot housing estate, and those houses that we have, they are actually on rent, and that rental that comes saves part of as part of the income for the institution. Chodot Training Center, in addition to what we do as training and also involving ourselves into productive investment ventures, we also do exist in order to ensure that our vision is realized. And our vision as Chodot Training Center has always been to remain a reputable, adaptable Christian training institution that produces entrepreneurs that transform society. What do I mean by this? You know, as an institution, we provide a transformative effect on the community of Choma and beyond. So members of the community, especially the young people, they can find a way in which they can unshackle themselves from the injustices of community. And these injustices, we know, of course, that many young people have no access to equal or equitable income. They also have issues of how they can have employment. There's a lot of youth unemployment in communities, and even other forms of vulnerability. So for us as a training institution, we have positioned ourselves to be able to provide that transformative effect on these people in our society. Do we have any strengths? Do we have any challenges? Yes, as an institution, we do. And one of our strengths that is key for us is that we are a TVETA Grade 1 institution. I did allude to the fact that when this institution was established, by the year 2002, it was accredited by TVETA as Grade 1 institution, and it has since remained as a Grade 1 institution. The other strength that I would want to bring out is that we are a local initiative that is regulated by the Chodot Board of Management. So, meaning that this institution is owned not just by the church, but the community around here, because the constitution of the Board of Management for Chodot brings in different stakeholders. We've got people that come, members of the board who come from the same community of Choma with different skills, and the skill set in all these brought together, they form up the board that helps to regulate the way Chodot institutions should go. The other strength we have is that after finishing the training with the students, those students that we train, we do in fact find a way to employ them. We do have the carpentry production workshop. So the carpentry production workshop is now different from the carpentry training. When students finish their training from the carpentry and joinery program, those that are best students, we do find a way in which we employ them. So when we employ these ex-students from the Chodot Training Center Carpentry and Joinery program, we send them into our workshop, and this carpentry production workshop has got both ultra modern machines, and of course the non-modern technology machines. So all of them are in this workshop. And what happens in this workshop is that it's a workshop that helps us to generate income. And this production unit will actually produce different furniture products. For instance, we do solid mukwa doors. They may not just be of hardwood like mukwa and rosewood, but we also do softwood doors. Besides the doors, we do office desks. We do bunk beds for training institutions, for boarding institutions, for institutions that have got boardings. We also do chairs, dining suites, Morris chairs or Morris furniture, for lack of a better word. So all these furniture products, once they are made, we sell them. They are made for sale. So the proceeds from those sales is what we eventually now use to support the workers' salaries, and also most importantly, there are students that are vulnerable and they are unable to pay the nominal fees that we charge for the training that we offer here. And so we subsidize those fees from the proceeds that come from an income generating unit like the carpentry workshop. And this is also in a bid to try and ensure our transformative agenda in the vision and mission, as well as the core values that we have, that these are realized. Are there any challenges? Yes, like in any situation, Chodo Training Center has a few challenges here and there. Among others, the issue of financial sustainability due to the global economic crunch. And we know that this has been exacerbated by the problem of the coronavirus, and this has given the effect that we currently have as a nation and beyond to the ever-rising exchange rates. So it's been very difficult for us to balance and make sure that we keep these factors in a manner that leaves us breathing. There are ways, of course, that we try to live when we know that we are an institution that is operating amid these challenges that I've just mentioned. But suffice to say that there is always a way in which creative thinking comes into play, because you really want to find a way as an institution of how you can turn all these challenges into opportunities. And this really also brings us into two key areas that as an institution lay a base in which creative thinking takes place. And these two lie in the organizational capacity assessment. And this is the document that we tried to use to establish the capacity of an institution, try to check what is it that we are able to do and that which we can't do. And most of the challenges are actually found in this assessment that was conducted a year before last year, just to make sure that we bring out the bottlenecks that the institution is actually facing. And out of those bottlenecks, we came up with another solution that can actually respond to that, and this is a strategic plan. This strategic plan runs from the year 2020 to the year 2024. And we thought that in order to make this creative thinking work for us, the organizational capacity assessment document tries to bring out those challenges. And the opportunities to come by are enshrined in our 5-year strategy, where the performance-based management approach has become quite instrumental in that, because then it has been able to help us to realize our motto, which says striving for perfection. So Chodo Training Center has a motto, and this motto is striving for perfection. What does that mean? You are always working towards perfecting what you do, and that's exactly what we want to do. In as far as the mission, vision, and the core values are concerned, for us, we take the core values to be vital. The core values are on top of the agenda, and this is what we use to actually try and disseminate or share with all the members of staff at the institution, as well as the students that we have. And our core values normally lie in about 7 of them, which are acronymed with the word Christian DF. Christian DF. What are the acronyms standing for? First of all, we have care. Care for environment. We want to be mindful about the climate change, which has become the global problem. And as an institution, we want to be part of every pursuit for ensuring that we care for the environment. Honesty and hard work, again, that's a value that we cherish most, because we want our members of staff, we want even the students to work hard while they are here. We have respect for all. Respect for all entails us having accorded the regard that is due to government, the partners that have been cooperating with this institution, the workers and the students, the church and the community. We tend to think that that is important, that we accord them the respect they deserve. The other core value is integrity, and we do take that seriously, because integrity is promoted in ensuring that we are doing the right thing at the right time, even when no one is actually watching. So we believe in that so much. The other core value is stewardship. At Chodot, we take the stewardship quite seriously, because we know that we are just caretakers of this institution, both as managers who are skilled enough to run this institution, and also we do realize that the divine ownership of Chodot Training Center is God's. And I think even when we work, we make sure that we do remember that the property is the divine property, or an idea that God himself put into our institution, that this is my property and we need to take care of that. The other value is transparency. We want to be open to everybody, all the stakeholders, the partners, like I mentioned, the workers, the students here as internal stakeholders, and of course the external stakeholders. These will be community members and including government itself, our cooperating partners, all those we want to remain transparent. We have an open door policy. They come in at any time, talk to us, and see everything that we do here. The core value, again, another one that is important, is innovation. Innovation is about being creative, like I mentioned before. We want our people in this institution, both the students and the workers, to be imaginative in the things that they do. And that's why the motto again comes into the fore here, striving for perfection. We want to make sure, if we're making a dining suite, we're making an office chair in our production floor there, we want to make sure that it's made to the perfect finish. And so we attach great importance to innovation. Accountability is another virtue that is core to the values that we do promote. And we are an institution that has a dual reporting responsibility, the reporting system, so to speak. And what I mean by this is that we are accountable to government and also the donors. Government supports us, in training. And like I said, we are TVETA accredited, and once in a while, government sponsors some programs here. We have donors that also come to our aid to sponsor the programs at this institution. And these donors, all of them, will actually require that we give them a report of what we do. The other side of our reporting line is that we have to report to the mother body of this institution, which is the church. So we report to the United Church of Zambia administratively in terms of what we are doing here. Although the other way is that with the community which we report to. It means that the local board which owns this institution at grassroots is also another line where we report. So we are accountable in those two ways. And almost lastly, we are non-discriminatory. So the non-discrimination comes in a form of us trying to embrace everybody regardless of their religion, denominational, and other affiliations. People who are differently abled, we accommodate them here. We also have people who are visually impaired, we accommodate them here. And right now we've been in the process of discussing with St. Mulumba that has got children with these, learning difficulties, and some of them visually impaired. So we have had a discussion that when they finish their primary school within Choma here, then they can come to Chodo Training Center and at least obtain a skill. Lastly, discipleship and friendliness. Again, these are the two that we feel are also cross-cutting in a bid to fulfill the core values. Discipleship is very important because we know that where people are gathered in a training institution like this one, we tend to have differences between the lecturers themselves, also the students themselves, there are differences, and also between students and lecturers. And for us, we need to live as one community. We need to help them come together. We need to find a way to bring in the issue of discipleship into the fore. And discipleship is mainly about the discipline. If we can move together in a manner that promotes teamwork, then we will know that this core value is actually working for us. Friendliness is to conclude this portion also becomes important. Yes, we are a youth training center where we provide skills, but I think one thing that has been neglected that we find is a need in the community is how we can deal with the children. Okay, so we do have on the other side of Chodot the orphaned and vulnerable children program, which is anchored by the church here at St. Stephen's United Church of Zambia congregation, and these children also require support. We have space, we have room for them, especially I would like to be quick to state that we do have our CTAC center, which is in the offing, and as soon as it's well established, we know that our children in this CTAC center, the communication improvement technology center, this center will be able to provide ICT training or information and communication technology training, which will accommodate even children from the community here. They will be free to come in, and this is because we know that it's a virtue that we need to uphold, that even children, when they want to come to this center, they must find space, come and play with the computers at our CTAC center. So the CTAC center, which is the communication improvement technology against COVID, which explains that acronym, is a center that sits within our computer training department, and like I said, it supports our students here, members of staff, and also members of the community, especially the children. So we were privileged to be supported in the establishment of this CTAC center by our partners in Germany, and these are the Evangelical Church of Dortmund in Germany. They've been able to support us from all the way, I think since the establishment of the institution. And they've been all weather friends, but one thing together as stakeholders and partners that we have agreed, there is always a way to think of how you can sustain yourselves. And for us, one way to go is to ensure that when we have a center that even children can access, then we will be helping to contribute to the prevention on the spread of the prevention and the spread of COVID-19. How do we encourage others to communicate the core values that I was talking about? There are many ways, but of course what is key for us, as earlier stated, we communicate with others, or we encourage others through the core values. The Christian DF way itself helps us to ensure that as a training center, we move our commitment, especially through our mandatory weekly devotion. Every week we do have morning devotion where everybody has to come in. It's mandatory regardless of your denomination or religious affiliation, because we are a Christian center, and so we try to encourage, not that we compel everybody, but I think that as a matter of policy, we do ensure that we set time to devote ourselves to God through our Lord Jesus Christ. And because we carry that character, it also helps us in trying to ensure that the vision, mission, and also the core values are upheld by our students here, including members of staff. And this we do when we want to make sure that new employees also are oriented to this fact. So we want to ensure that we find a way in which we help our new students, our new employees during induction. They understand that here at Chodo Training Center we have a culture, and this culture, in order for it to percolate through all the people that are found at this institution, there is need to have a routine activity such as chapel that I mentioned too. And so participation in that routine institutional activity ensures that we share our collective behavior to all employees, to all students, including the stakeholders. During that chapel time, we do invite pastors, we do invite reverends and other men of God to come and share with us, because like I said, we are sort of multifaceted. We allow even people from Seventh-day Adventists, all churches basically, they come and share on that platform during that chapel. And we tend to believe that through that, the collective behavior will be harnessed by everybody, and that is what will form our organization culture. In short, we are trying to tell the world, we are trying to tell everybody that comes into our institution that this is the way we do things around here, and ultimately forming our culture. Okay. Come and enroll with Chodot Training Center here in Choma, and together we will ensure that you come out as a productive person in community. Because at Chodot Training Center, we have a motto to strive for perfection, and we'll ensure that when you come here, you will always be striving to do anything that you are doing to the perfect finish.
Look out for the next episode as we take a look at the departments. This documentary was brought to you by the Synod Communications Department. Thank you for watching.
What I was saying, after ironing, just stitch here, then bring it here and fold around